Welcome to the first of our series of videos on the accessibility features of the new 2013 Kindle Fire devices from Amazon. In this first video, we're going to show how you can turn on any magnification or speech facilities the device has. So I need to unlock the device and then go through the setup procedure. In order to get the screen reader working at the moment, we'd need to choose United States as the language. The UK language speech will be ready quite soon, but it isn't yet ready yet, we understand. The next thing I need to do is connect to Wi-Fi. On the next screen I have to register my Kindle, and to do that I have to type in the email address and password of an existing Amazon account or create one. And then it comes straight into some welcome screens, which I have to be able to use the screen and try a few gestures which will be useful when I come to use the Kindle Fire for real. There's the possibility that even if I couldn't read small print very well, I might be able to recognise some of the larger words that appear on here, and that itself can be quite useful. I'm now going to show you where the accessibility options are and how you can turn them on. The first thing to do is to go into the settings area of the Kindle Fire, and to do that I swipe down from the top of the screen to introduce the menus, and at the right hand side there is a settings item. In the settings menu towards the bottom there is an accessibility item. The two main areas that are of interest here for someone with low vision are the use large font size and the screen magnifier gesture. If I turn on the large font size, you can see the effect it has immediately because it takes effect on that menu. The magnifier can also be turned on. The magnifier allows you to turn on screen magnification by tapping the screen 3 times with one finger. That magnifies everything on the screen, and in order to scroll around the screen now I have to put 2 fingers on the screen, and I can scroll up and down and left and right. I can also put 2 fingers on the screen and push them apart to increase the magnification, and I can put 2 fingers on the screen separated and pull them together to decrease the magnification, so that I can get it to the level of magnification which is preferable for me. Whenever I change the screen, the magnifier goes off, but I can reintroduce it by triple tapping again. To demonstrate the screen reader features, I need to go back into the same accessibility menu. To keep things simple, I'm going to turn off the screen magnifier and large font size option, although that's not necessary. And to turn on the screen reader, I tap the on button.
Enable Explore by Touch. TalkBack wants to enable Explore by Touch. When Explore Accessibility Tutorial. This tutorial teaches gestures needed to navigate your Kindle when Screen Reader and Explore by Touch are enabled.
Having turned on the TalkBack screen reader, I'm then prompted to turn on Explore by Touch, and it's important that you do that if you're going to make good use of the TalkBack screen reader. Once you've turned on Explore by Touch, you're then immediately taken into a short tutorial that tells or shows someone who hasn't used TalkBack before how you can use it to move around screens and choose things. I'm going to exit the tutorial.
Exit button. Accessibility.
The Explore by Touch tutorial is always available from the bottom of that
Explore by Touch tutorial
accessibility menu. Once the screen reader and Explore by Touch settings are on, I can then navigate my screen either by putting my finger on the screen.
Closed captioning. Show closed captions for videos when available.
And then moving it
Double
around.
tap to select. Hearing settings. Use large font size. Screen magnifier. Screen magnifier provides gestures to magnify screen. On radio but off radio button checked.
Or I can just do swipes on the screen.
Use large font size. On radio button. Off radio button. Hearing setting. Closed captioning. Show closed captions for hearing settings.
And that allows me to explore from the top of the screen to the bottom without knowing exactly where on the screen things are. It's faster if I know where things are, because then I can go directly to them. but the Explore by Touch allows me to not care where things are on the screen. There are a couple of things I can do for changing the voice. For instance, there is a
Explore by decrease rocker reading speed.
A reading speed.
Rocker button. Decrease rocker 4. Increase rocker button.
To activate any of the buttons that I'm on, I double tap the screen. Single tapping the screen just announces what I'm on, but if I double tap,
rocker button change to 5.
And 5, the speed I've got now, is the fastest that the voice
5.
can
Decrease
read
rocker
at.
button. Rocker button. Reading speed.
If you're not used to using a screen reader, you may find this quite difficult to understand.
Rocker button.
You can
Decrease rocker button. Rocker button change to 4.
also slow it down
Rocker button change to 3.
until you find a speed that is comfortable for you. One of the things that it's useful to know about something like the Kindle Fire HD is that it is possible to turn on the screen reader without coming into the accessibility menu. If I just turn it off for the moment,
Off radio button. Not off. Alert screen read. Continue button.
and come back to the home screen, if I press the power button until the power options appear on the screen, and there is a little tinkle to tell me that that's happened, I can now put 2 fingers on the screen and hold them there, and talkback will begin.
Keep holding down 2 fingers to enable accessibility. Accessibility enabled. Home.
And that's a very useful way that a blind user who comes to a Kindle that has already been set up can start the screen reader feature without having to have someone sighted go into the accessibility menu and turn it on. That's also turned on Explore by Touch,
Search button. Shop button. Games button. Apps button.
so that I can begin to explore the screen, whatever there is on there. The next couple of videos that we do will go into more detail about how you can use the screen magnifier and screen reader functions in order to read your Kindle ebooks. Thank you. This video demonstrated the new 2013 Kindle Fire HD running system version 11.3.0.3.
RNIB, supporting blind and partially sighted people.